What just went viral on the internet isn't a rumor, ladies and gentlemen, so stop everything right now. This is a full-fledged, scandalous confession from 50 Cent, the king of pandemonium. And this one will break relationships, damage jobs, and make the entire business shudder in silence. Looking directly into the camera, 50 Cent delivered a live bombshell that was jaw-dropping, pants-dropping, and relationship-destroying. Yes, I did have sex with Remy Ma. I'm sorry. You're telling me that the same Remy Ma who believed in black, love as gospel, built an empire with Papoose, and preached loyalty was secretly crushing the man her husband had been battling for years. And it gets sicker, yet Papoose didn't learn about it from an anonymous tip or private communication. During the live stream, he learned heartbreak in real time, betrayal in real time. And the internet broke when that man's face fell into utter destruction. Is Remy and Pap's story over? Did you just destroy the last devoted couple in hip-hop? Who else was aware of it yet chose to remain silent? These aren't rumors. It's not a drama. Just now, this ticking time bomb exploded. And all of the sloppy, disgusting, and heartbreaking details are right here. This isn't just another scandal, so buckle up. The ultimate treachery is this. Okay, everyone? The catastrophe we're going to uncover isn't simply another industry flirtation. So pay close attention. This is hip-hop heresy, he declared. It's a betrayal so brazen, so frigid, so blatantly poisonous that it makes everything, because, let's face it, Remy Ma and Papoose weren't just a couple. They were the blueprint, the standard. Bonnie and Clyde were dipped in New York hustle, wrapped in loyalty, wrapped in prison letters, and unwaveringly supportive. Up until now, though, because on what was supposed to be a typical late-night tell-all Instagram live, 50 Cent did what he always does, took a blowtorch to peace and privacy and professionalism. And this time, he destroyed the foundation of the one relationship we believed was unbreakable. One minute he was laughing and drinking Branson cognac, and the next moment he said, "I'm not going to lie anymore." And then he smashed Remy. There was no buildup, no warning, no hesitation. It's just pure confessional slaughter in HD. Now, stand up. 50 Cent is a skilled manipulator, the king of chaos. But this was no prank. His body language wasn't trolling, and his tone wasn't snarky. Curtis Jackson was deadly serious for the first time in a long time. Then, in the bottom corner of that live stream, viewers saw a familiar name appear. Papoose joined. Yes, that was the exact moment. That's right there. The internet's collective jaw dropped so hard that it broke the algorithm. Let's go back in time a little. Rumors about Remy Ma and 50 Cent began to circulate when she was released from prison. She appeared different, not just physically, but emotionally. And people claimed there was a new energy, a glow, and 50, he abruptly stopped making fun of her. He even went so far as to compliment her bars, her weight loss, and her bounce back. Coincidence, please? According to sources close to Remy's team, who are obviously pleading to stay anonymous. She and 50 vanished from the set for more than an hour while filming a particular bet cipher. And when they returned, Remy had her wig moved sideways. We gave them the benefit of the doubt despite 50 having that "I just broke something" smirk. Why? Because Papoose, the man who stood on his own 2 feet while Remy was in prison, the man who put his entire rap career on hold to raise their son and wait for his queen, wouldn't do that to him, that, would she? Hold on tight, because this story goes deeper than we ever thought it would. Let's start with the night in question. The live session was supposed to be about upcoming projects, and 50 Cent was dropping shady breadcrumbs, clowning Rick Ross, and teasing new music as usual. The views were rising, the comments were flaming, and then someone asked him, "Would you ever do a collab with Remy Ma again?" Then the energy changed. 50 leaned in, grinned, and said, "Man, we already made something together a whole lot of times. There just isn't any studio involved." Then the live's tone abruptly changed to one of iciness as he doubled down and began discussing late nights in the Bronx. Hotel suites without cameras, and let's not forget that this wasn't private, that it wasn't behind closed doors, that it was broadcast to thousands of people. And one of those viewers, Papoose, stayed, watched, listened, and then asked to join the live stream. He even talked about the tattoo on Remy Ma's lower back, which fans were unaware existed. "You really going to do this here, Fif?" 50 asked in a low, hoarse, trembling voice after 5 seconds of the most oppressive silence you've ever experienced. Papoose's eyes were bloodshot, his lips were tight, and he stared straight at the camera without saying anything but pain. One thing was certain. This was real. Q wanted the truth, right? Now everyone knew it. Q, complete mayhem. Watchers started to screen record, repost, and flood the comments with burning emojis and sobbing expressions. Some were shocked, while others were enjoying the drama. And just when you thought it could get much more embarrassing, Remy Ma entered the chat. Username @realma.message. "Fifth, stop please." Oh, so now you want him to stop? Too late, sis. This wasn't for clout. This was a man scorned. A marriage breaking up in front of the entire digital universe. Remember that awkward episode of Drink Champs where Remy froze when asked who her favorite male rapper was and just smiled instead of saying Papoose? Remember when 50 randomly gave her a diamond-studded bracelet during the Power season for After Party? The grenade has already been pulled and shrapnel is flying. People immediately jumped into old footage, podcasts, interviews, and behind-the-scenes clips, searching for clues, and boy did they find them. What does all of this mean? People thought it was a promotion, but it turned out that the bracelet was a replacement for one that Remy had allegedly left at his penthouse weeks earlier. You want to talk about energy? Watch that sexy 97 freestyle again where Remy and 50 looked at each other like teenagers passing notes in their homeroom. Some sources say that 50 Cent is living a double life. Then, according to a member of his inner circle who spoke to us under strict anonymity, this whole situation was premeditated. He has been keeping this secret for years, waiting for the right time to release it. Or, and this is the real question, was this a cold-blooded, purposeful move to completely annihilate Papoose? According to the source, he has been keeping that secret for years, and he decided it was time when he learned that Remy and Pap would be renewing their vows next month. Petty is in his blood, and he once attempted to check 50 in public. Do you recall when he called him a clown who makes money off of black pain? Well, that clown just destroyed your entire kingdom. Think again, though, because what followed was even more shocking, even more personal, and even more unforgivable. As 50 Cent doubled down, Remy Ma's silence grew louder. And Papoose started removing pictures from his Instagram. Something else emerged. A voicemail, a real recorded message that would completely turn the story on its head. Because just when you thought the Instagram Live confession was the biggest nuke dropped on hip-hop this decade, here comes the audio that left even the most steadfast fans in stunned silence. The voicemail was posted with the words, "Brace yourselves," by Remy Ma's former makeup artist, who apparently had her own grievances and decided this was the ideal opportunity to go nuclear. Nope, it wasn't leaked by 50 Cent. The caption said, "Let's remind everyone of what Remy accidentally left on my phone because she wants to appear innocent." Rhee's voice is unmistakably soft, panicked, and muttering as if trying to avoid being overheard on the 2-minute audio that will haunt Remy Ma forever. Woman shrugging, medium skin tone, no reality. She lied to Pat. "Yo, I swear I'm losing it. I keep getting asked why I act strange around Fifth. And I simply say, well, okay, too, but that's it. I love Pap. I just messed up, okay? But I can't lose everything over this. One time, scratch that. 2 times, I say, and now everyone knows." TikTokers were reenacting the voicemail. YouTubers were dissecting it like it was the JFK assassination footage, and by the time fans had processed, That audio hashtag Remy was trending in more than 17 countries. And guess who couldn't keep quiet? Fat Joe? Yes, Mr. Loyalty Over Royalty himself chimed in during an Instagram story and his reaction. I won't go into detail about in the meantime. 50 Cent was doing what he does best, stoking the fires with memes and chaos. Within hours, he shared an edited clip from Power of his character, Cannon, grinning, captioning it, "Hey Pap, you should have checked the DMIs, not just the bars, but I'm not sure what that is, man." That's wild disrespect. Pap doesn't deserve that. Smug expression, brutal. Let's be clear, this is surgical devastation, not simply a casual hookup gone wrong. 50 Cent didn't just disclose the affair, okay? He also gave presents and timestamps. And now we have audio. The question is, why now? One notion circulating around is that this is retaliation, a cold, calculated response to years of backdoor politics, subliminals, and a secret feud between 50 Cent and Papoose that we were unaware of. A 2019 interview clip from The Breakfast Club revealed Papoose subtly disparaging 50's brand deals, saying, "Some people sell liquor, some people sell morals. I chose morals." At the time it seemed innocuous, but for a man like 50 who harbors resentments like currency. But there's more, according to an anonymous source close to a bet production team. Cypher, Remy Ma, and 50 Cent got into a heated backstage whisper argument during an award show rehearsal. The insider said that the argument wasn't just friendly, but that there was tension, real tension, and that she looked angry. The pieces are piling up quickly. He appeared arrogant, and they later left together before the rehearsals were over. To make matters worse, rumor has it that Papoose was scheduled to attend but had to cancel at the last minute because of a family emergency. In a shocking turn of events, a 2017 Wendy Williams interview reappeared in which Wendy asked Remy, while sipping her famous purple tea, "If you were with Pap, who would you smash in the industry?" Next question, Wendy remarked Remy when he paused, looked at the camera, and laughed. Isn't hindsight a vicious creature? The fans, meanwhile, were going crazy. Let's quickly look at some of the most popular responses on the internet. Speaking directly to Bronx Baby 87, "I knew something wasn't right when Remy released the video about melanin magic because I had secrets. This isn't cheating. This is hip-hop blasphemy. We need to clean the microphone." Not to mention the conspiracy crowd who have gone into overdrive. Papoose wrote her poems while she was incarcerated. She gave the cookie to 50. Jailhouse Romeo just got smoked. Fire at MS Thames unfiltered. The live stream wasn't spontaneous. It was a strategic takedown, a personal diss track. But in real life, others think Remy wanted it to be known that perhaps she was tired of living a lie. But guess who we haven't heard directly from yet? Remy. They say he's been waiting to ruin Remy and Pap's vow renewal next month in Jamaica. In the meantime, Papoose removed more than 20 images from his Instagram in just 1 hour, including all of Remy Ma's photos, their anniversary posts, vacation photos, and behind-the-scenes photos. Ma, aside from that, 1/5 stop. Please comment on IG Live. She has gone completely silent after he was spotted leaving a Brooklyn studio looking completely unkempt, mumbling to himself and ignoring everyone who tried to approach him. Fans noticed that he was no longer wearing his wedding ring in recent paparazzi photos. Now the rumors are getting legal, as a number of entertainment lawyers have taken to Twitter to suggest that Papoose may be seeking divorce advice. Let that sink in. We may be on the verge of the most public, most devastating divorce in hip-hop history. And 50 Cent isn't done. The prenuptial agreement they signed back in 2008 allegedly doesn't protect Remy. The infidelity can be proven with digital evidence. And guess what? The voicemail, the Instagram confession, and the makeup artist's audio drop all qualify as admissible evidence. He hinted on Twitter after it was revealed, saying, "You guys think that was crazy? Listen to the voicemail that was left on my line. It's a direct hit bomb." Yes, according to reports. Remy Ma contacted 50 Cent in tears and begged him not to reveal her identity. Rumor has it that he is sitting on the recording like a nuclear weapon, which leads us to the question that nobody wants to ask, was regardless of how you look at it. This isn't just about infidelity. It's about power, revenge, and legacy. The next twist in this story is coming quickly because just when it seemed like things couldn't get any darker, a video surfaced. Or was this really just a random hookup between two rappers? Or was this 50 Cent's longest scam? A covert affair weaponized for maximum destruction. It appears to show Remy Ma leaving a luxury suite at 3:27 a.m. wearing the same outfit she wore in her most recent Instagram post. Followed 10 seconds later by 50 Cent pulling up his hoodie and smiling at the camera in a shaky, dimly lit hotel hallway clip. Guess who leaked that footage? Hotel staff security is reportedly looking into the leak. But the damaged fans are certain that this affair wasn't a one-night blunder, but rather a whole season arc. And that what Papoose does next will decide everything. So here we are. The affair is public, the internet is ablaze, and Papoose has gone from silent heartbreak to calculated retaliation, according to several people with knowledge of the situation. Verify Papoose's official departure from the family home. Remy Ma's representatives are disputing everything, claiming it was a planned attack to destroy a black woman's legacy. However, the damage is already irreparable. Let's not minimize the significance of this for Remy, as it goes beyond a cheating scandal. Remy Ma was positioned as a ride-or-die brand for 20 years. They held it down while he did time, Queen. She was the embodiment of unwavering black love and loyalty in heels. However, now every black love panel, red carpet photo, and quote about holding Pap down is a lie. A beautifully wrapped fairy tale is collapsing under the weight of voicemails, surveillance footage, and receipts. 50 Cent isn't just holding the match either. Fifth doubled back in a recent clip from his upcoming podcast, saying, "I didn't even want to say nothing, bro." He's pouring the gasoline. However, I knew I was going to turn the tables when Pap came for me on that tweet last year. And don't worry, I have more in the vault. Take a moment to process that. 50 Cent says he has been preparing according to reports. The producers of Love and Hip Hop are frantically trying to determine whether or not this was an emotional accident. That he sat on this bombshell for years just waiting for the right moment to break the illusion, and now it's working. Endorsement deals are falling like flies. Just this week, Remy Ma was discreetly pulled from a major makeup brand campaign, and a reality show appearance was postponed indefinitely. Fearing legal threats from both sides, Papoose and Remy decided to air footage from an upcoming reunion episode. Speaking of legal threats, we now have confirmation that Papoose has hired legal counsel. The firm in question is the same powerhouse that handled Cardi B's defamation lawsuit and Megan Thee Stallion's contract battle. Nevertheless, insiders say that Papoose is not merely getting ready. During a heated argument, Remy allegedly left her main phone unlocked. Papoose, who is trusting but not blind, checked her recent messages and discovered a note that read, "Don't forget your other one." 50 Cent allegedly kept that phone at a friend's house and only turned it on during safe hours. "For you, I charged it. I left it at Kaz." Boom. He went to Kaz's house. He found the phone, opened it, and saw what he saw. Screenshots, selfies, voice notes, even a pic of 50 Cent shirtless holding up a sign that read, "Still had that thunder." This is betrayal on Shakespearean proportions, Ma. But here's the true killer. Papoose sat on that information, observed, and waited before reacting. He knew precisely what was going to happen the night of the Instagram Live, and he wanted the world to hear it directly from 50. Why? Because he is many things, but foolish isn't one of them. Recognizing that going public first would appear to be a vindictive attempt to discredit his wife, he made the brilliant decision to let 50 speak for himself. Now that Remy Ma's entire empire is in ruins and Papoose is sitting in the background with receipts, hold on, because the final blow is about to come. Just when fans thought it couldn't get any worse, messier, Remy Ma's ex-mate. Yes, K-mate Tasha Starr Williams, who served with Remy at Bedford Hills Correctional Facility, has come forward in a shocking, candid interview. She told an underground podcast that Remy has always been slick and that she even knew how to play the game back in the day. She used to boast about who was writing her letters on the outside. I saw him firsthand, and I don't think 50 started chasing her after she left. He was sending her poems while she was inside, so let's connect the dots. This wasn't a casual affair, was years in the making. While Papoose was raising their child, writing songs about Black unity, and giving up his entire career, Remy Ma was living a double life. She begged for silence when the walls began to close in. But 50 Cent doesn't show mercy, he exposes. 50 Cent courted Remy Ma while she was incarcerated, but she left. They met in secret. A broken family, a shattered brand, a hip-hop legend on the brink of legal battle, and a man named 50 Cent laughing his way to the top of the trending charts. Once more, what does that leave us with now that everything is out in the open? The question for you all is, was Remy Ma the bad guy all along? Or is 50 Cent a mastermind or just another resentful ex? We'll keep watching, we'll keep digging, because this story is far from over. This isn't just a story, this is a cultural earthquake. Remy Ma and Papoose were the blueprint, and now they're the cautionary tale. But can Papoose bounce back from this? And most importantly, is this the last chapter in hip-hop's most tragic love story? We want to hear from you, so don't. Just observe. Do you think Remy Ma should be forgiven or canceled? Or did 50 Cent do what had to be done for exposing it in that way? And let's face it, how many other industry relationships are just ticking time bombs waiting to blow? Let us know in the comments. And don't hold back. We're going into every angle, every detail. Because here at Gossip Spill Vibe, we don't sip tea, we spill it boiling hot. Until next time, hit the like button if you're as shook as we are. Hit the subscribe button if you want the real tea before it leaks, and ring the notification bell to ensure you don't miss an episode of the madness. Stay woke, stay filthy, and never put your trust in Osmoline when keeping secrets.